Hi, my name's Cameron Carlson with AnimeOnLocation.tv. I'm here at Ohayocon 2014 with an awesome friend of mine, Mr. Jewell. How you doing?
I am well. Pleasure to be here.
All right, now, it's been a long time since you and I had a chance to talk. It was 5 years ago.
5 years?
And, that you've ever been back to Ohayocon. How's it been for you coming back?
It's been great. I absolutely love this convention. I guess the first time I was invited was through Greg Ayers.
Yeah.
And he's been a friend of mine for longer than I care to remember at this point. But I love the con. I love the people here. Bob and Emily DeJesus as well have become friends over the years. And they always have a good group of people. Very friendly.
Awesome. Now, there's a little special thing happening tonight. You've now become Mr. the Year of the Roast for this year. How's it going to be? Since it hasn't happened yet, how do you think it's going to turn out?
I hope it turns out well. I've actually had a number of friends that are going to be at the roast come to me, and it's funny. They've been bouncing their jokes off of me, going, "Is this good? Do you think this is funny?" But mostly they come and they say, "I don't know what to say because I like you. So I don't really have a lot to make fun of you for." And I'm like, just make stuff up. It's fine. But it's like I've been telling them, it's very hard to offend me, embarrass me, or shock me. There's nothing they can say about me that I haven't already said about myself. So hard to roast somebody like that, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm especially looking forward to Mike McFarlane. I imagine he will be hilarious as usual. Mm-hmm. And I think Ian's going to be there, so I'm looking forward to that. J. Michael Tatum is a good friend of mine, even outside of voice acting. So we'll see what they got. They just need to remember I get to give it back.
True enough. Now, the first project you got to do as ADR director was on the Blood Sea. How was that, knowing that it had such a big following and a lot of fans to follow both on the original Blood Plus and then Blood the Last Vampire?
It was a little scary, especially being the first show, and probably about 2 weeks into it, I started going, "Why did they let me have this one? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna mess it up so bad." But I got to work with Alexis a lot, which I absolutely love her, and Rob McCullum. Yeah. Man, he blew me away in that show. He's so good. I loved it though. I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better show for my first one.
Awesome. And now tell us your thoughts on Shuffle, which is a harem show, but it really does take some really dark turns at times. I mean, when I started watching, everybody's like, haha, it's funny, it's, a standard harem. And then as time gets on, it really starts picking up that dark vibe. You have to make that really critical decision at the end of the show that really, I think, blew a lot of people away. One of the funniest moments, I think, is Travis and Vic chasing each other on the beach. I think it's probably one of the funniest things. How was it, knowing it was so goofy but dark at the exact same time? How was it working on that?
It's actually a relief when you're doing a show like that. That's a harem show, and you know the things to expect in a harem show. And then when it takes that turn, after he and Asa have kind of fallen for each other, it's a relief as an actor, because you're like, hey, I get to do something besides be wacky and not know which girl, and not, I actually get to have some emotion. And as an actor, when you get to do that, it's great.
Awesome. And then now, how does it feel to come back to work on the Full Metal Alchemist series and do it in Brotherhood and reprise your role as Barry the Chopper? How was that?
It was awesome, because there was a little bit more of the exchange, and I looked forward to it just for this one thing, the exchange between he and Al. They went a little bit more into that than they did in the original. And of course, the thing I liked about the original was the short amount of time that you see Barry as a human. Right. He has that one really creepy scene in the butcher shop, right. And then once he comes back in the armor, he's pretty much comic relief. Which is, again, a strange twist, but a fun one to play. I knew it was going to be rough on the throat, but I love the character. He's I'll say bat dung crazy, and those are the funnest characters to play.
Awesome. And now you have you were also at a very unique convention called HaberCon. How did that one-day event go for you?
It was good. I absolutely love Todd. He and one of my friends who runs Anime Vegas, it kind of helped him out with it, and so I also got to go see him. But I was doing my Todd Habercorn impression the whole time, and I wrote Habercorn Dabra on everything that I signed because I'm gonna make that stick. I was like, dude, I know you've got the font for the we won't say what kind of font because we don't want him to get in trouble. But I was like, you should use Habercorn Dabra. It's gold, and I'm giving it to you. You can have it. And he's like,
No, I don't think so. I think I'm gonna do something else. I appreciate it though. I'm gonna go work out now.
Yeah, he does that a lot. All right, and now you happen to be part of a special event that your girlfriend happened to be run a 5K for autism. How's it like helping her through that whole training process and everything?
I'm glad she did it. A runner I am not. I was in track when I was in 7th grade, and I was terrible. And I had to wear those shorts, and I didn't enjoy that. But she did run a 5K for autism and helped raise some money. I was a very supportive boyfriend. I was like, you go run. I'm going to stay here and drink and listen to music. But you go run, sweetie.
I'm pretty sure she appreciates all the support you gave her during that whole process. And I know your fans were very supportive of her as well.
They are. Matter of fact, I think she probably has more contact with my fans than I do most of the time.
Well, and that brings up another question, is that fans can actually keep up with you on your awesome Facebook page for your fans. And any Twitter or Tumblr also?
I don't think so, but I do have a website that is sillygingermonkey.com. And it's got information, and you can request, a headshot or autographs or, just send random questions. And we generally get around to them eventually. We can't, of course, man the computer all the time. But so for those of you that didn't catch it the first time, sillygingermonkey.com.
Awesome. And now, is there any upcoming projects you want fans to know about that you are allowed to talk about, or any current ones that you want fans to check out?
Well, for the people who haven't seen Toriko, I directed a little bit of that. I took it over from Tyler. Don't worry, Tyler was still involved, and he took good care of it, and he stayed on me to do it right. So I don't think I messed it up too bad. But even that show, I didn't think I was going to like it at first, because when it was described to me, it was, well, it's kind of like Dragon Ball, but with food.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that sounds terrible. I can't wait to begrudgingly watch this show. But then I watched it, and I saw what Tyler did with it, and I heard what Ian and Josh did with it, and I was like, I love this show. I didn't expect to love the show, but I actually like that a lot. I directed the 2nd season of Is This a Zombie?
Yeah.
Is This a Zombie of the Dead? Again, returning cast, so I didn't mess that up too bad either. And again, Tyler was watching over me. Let's see. I directed a real winner of a show called We Without Wings.
Yeah.
I will warn everyone ahead of time that there's some pretty questionable stuff that happens in that show. So please be the appropriate age if you're going to buy it and watch it. I don't want to be blamed by your parents for telling you to watch it. It can be difficult to make it through. It's 12 episodes, I think, 12 or 13, something like that.
I think it's around there, yeah.
And it's a good idea. And there are parts of it that are very funny.
Right.
But again, keep an open mind.
Not like written. Not at all like that.
No. It might be a little worse. I don't know.
Alrighty. Well, is there any message you want to send out to all your lovely fans that are out there watching right now?
Be nice to each other.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks so much for coming on and talking with us, Mr. Jerry Jewell. Thank you so much. Thank you.
My pleasure.